going to talk about our airsoft events. So airsoft paintball, just events in general. So you're going to see that here in a second. Let me just double check that we're live on Facebook here. I think we are. Yep. All right, great. All right, cool. So yes, we're going to talk about our events today and kind of going over some of the rule changes that we have, some of the cool things that we have coming up, and then I'll talk paintball for a little bit at the end here. But first off with our events, so the three most, well, I'd say like the 5 upcoming events we have, very limited spots left in the on Iowa. It's a one-day event at the school. After that, we have Red Dawn, which is going to be massive, and we'll talk about that today. Then we're going to have in April 4th, we're going to have a Kankakee kickoff game. So up in Kankakee, we're going to have a 2-day event out there. April 27th, we're going to be in Sheboygan. We can't go to the prison this year because there's going to be massive construction there. So we moved our Sheboygan game up to April. And then we have Pandora's Box in, then we have a New York game in May, and then Pandora's Box in June. And then we have, that's our first 6 months, or at least partial 6 months. So got a lot going on. Paintball game, we're still, that date, and I'll just get this over with now, for April 18th and 19th. We're still holding that date. We're just getting we like to get everything finally, fully confirmed about everything. So that's why you haven't seen any registrations open, but we're still planning on that 18th, 19th date in New Jersey. So you'll see us there. So what's coming up at, let's talk a little bit about Iowa. So Iowa is an indoor only event, $40 for the entire event. It's full FPS, so we're going to have some fun there. We're going to bring our mobile store, so if you're in the Iowa area, in Burlington, Iowa, we're going to bring our store out there, so you're going to see us out there. Getting out there on Friday and then Saturday. But mainly what I'm going to talk today about is Red Dawn. So Red Dawn is going to be our kickoff event. It's kind of like the Noob Day. It's where everyone comes out, figures out if their guns are working or need repair before the beginning of the season. It's at Badlands this year, and what we're doing is going to be having like mini games on Saturday. We're going to do a battle royale, not with a lot of diverse guns, but with some regular guns. We're going to open up registration for that. We're getting a giant wedding tent so that on dry gravel, so that for our store and any of the manufacturers or vendors or anything like that are going to come out. You can warm up. We're going to offer team tables. They'll be $40. It's an 8-foot table. I see it as a good way to market and promote your team. Also, it's kind of a good covered spot so that if you guys need to get ready or anything like that, you guys have a little bit of space that your team can go through. So think about it as $40 to almost stage inside for your teams. Those are going to be very limited amount of spots there for Red Dawn. Red Dawn typically is about 500 to 600 people, so it's really good to meet new people to start out the beginning of the year. So Saturday again is going to be around mini games, shooting competitions. We're going to have the store pre-opened, some deals going on Saturday and Sunday, and then Sunday will be the main game. So right now you save a little bit of money. You guarantee yourself a patch, and right now if you register through 2/15, so that's Valentine's Day, you can win this VFC Avalon. So we're going to put everyone that is already registered and anyone that registers from now until February 15th will be in a raffle to win this nice brand new VFC Avalon from Elite Force. Other than that, the game, we got it, our event coordinators, we're adding new props to the field constantly. And that's one of the things that we want to talk to you guys about too later on this live stream, is around what kind of props and things that you guys will be looking at and looking for in a game. But so yeah, Red Dawn's going to be massive, going to be huge. Again, I'm really excited about the manufacturers coming out, because the goal of some of our events, when we go to New York, when we go to Florida, when we go to Sherwood, when we go to Badlands here, and then a few others, is to create almost like mini conventions on top of the event. So we've worked with a lot of the manufacturers this year to coming out to these events, so you guys can see those things that you saw or didn't see at SHOT Show, and ultimately get to see those things before anybody else gets to see them, and kind of talk to the manufacturers and have a good time there. So that's the goal of what we're kind of building up, is these mini conventions. And the paintball players know quite a bit about this, because I know a lot of the bigger events in paintball have like mini like villages. If you guys ever seen Living Legends, it's one of the bigger paintball events in the Midwest. Like, you go out there and it's like a mini city out there. So we want to create that kind of vibe for people, bringing it into airsoft. And like I said, we're going to be doing some battle royale. I brought my my chug juice here. Stay hydrated. We bought the battle royale out, and we're going to be doing that again at Red Dawn. All right, crack a cold one, right? Yeah. Wash that slurp juice down. With Red Dawn, we're going to be instrumenting some new rules. All the rules, our main rules, are posted already, but just want to go over some little things here too. I brought my trusty melee weapons, the Dragon Dagger and Saba. Saba actually talks, I think. Here comes sound effects. See? Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so anyway, now you know my Power Rangers fantasy, I guess. But one of the things we get asked about is about melee weapons, and kind of like what you do. Because we do have, in some of the games, we do have especially the more beginner games, we do have like a bang rule. So how you get around that, you can bang one person every 3 seconds, 5 seconds, whatever it is. But if you don't want to do that because you want to go in a crowd, you can have like a melee weapon, which is something blunt, not phallic. Okay, there's kids playing, and all it is a touch, on the shoulder, not the head, just on the shoulder. No stabbing, poking, prodding, chucking. This isn't Call of Duty. You don't want to knock somebody out. So these are good. You can get plastic knives. We'll have plastic knives for sale for $10. These are good options for people that don't want to, for games that do have the bang rule, just to kind of touch on there. I think we're losing connection. I think interesting. All right, I think you guys can see me. There we go. But anyway, we lost contact on my iPad for a little bit, just making sure that we could still see each other. So yeah, that's melee rules that we're going to be providing there too. Pandora's Box, that one's going to be a great one too, that we're going to implement all the things that we do from Red Dawn, the mini games, the team competitions. We might even do, someone came up with the idea of a dad son or dad daughter, daughter mother, whatever it might be, like one-on-one showcase. So if you ever wanted your son to do better than you, or daughter to do better in something in life other than video games and or Fortnite, we might be doing something like that as well. So make sure you check that out at our events here at MIR Tactical. One of the other things too was we're really harping this year on uniforms, and a lot of people get sweaty. They only bring in one shirt. It gets hot, whatever. So we provided these, and we have these t-shirts. These are long sleeve. You can see the green one right beside me here. We did this, and we did the grunt style shirts both in green and tan, so that when you are playing, let's say you get your combat shirt or your uniform just gets super hot, or you get sweaty or whatever, and you don't have something else, pick up one of these shirts and you're good to go on either the tan or the green team. You're already rocking and rolling. So that's why we have those shirts there as well. Okay. Another thing that we're doing with our partnerships with all the manufacturers, making sure that the raffles are better and bigger and better than ever. So when we do have these games, we're going to be, stacking up the raffle items at each game. So that's one of the exciting new things that we always had good raffles, but we're making them even bigger. So you guys can win things, with your $40, $80 ticket, you could win, something that's $380, and it's kind of like you're going to the event for free and you got a free gun. There. All right, so I'm going to go to any questions real quick through our chat here. The gold Ranger staff is in the other room. I can't do that, unfortunately, Kyle. But I do have all the other swords, and I have the Red Ranger sword as well. Not that I nerded out on that stuff or anything. All right, cool. So besides Red Dawn, we have New Dawn, and then New York. So when we go to New York for our New York Seneca directive game, we're going to be doing the same kind of concept, that convention-style concept that I'm working on fields that want to come out there for us. Oh, and I forgot the one of the big games in April in Florida. So we have that game in the prison in Florida. So that one's been selling out pretty quickly. There's not a lot in South Florida. It's about an hour to 2 hours away from Boca Raton, about an hour away from Naples. So it's right in the middle of the Everglades. Really cool place. We're getting the helicopter and everybody out there. It's going to be a really awesome event, and a lot of good support down there from some of the stores down there as well. So going to have good representation. Again, it's bringing the community together and having a good time at these events. Yeah, rock and rolling there. The other thing that we're doing differently this year is around communication. So those radio frequencies, we'll have more radio frequencies available earlier, and I'm making sure that the generals and everyone, there's at least 2 people at each fob that knows what's going on at all times. So that's one of the things that we're making modifications to, and any recommendations that you guys have, please let us know. One of the things that I've been doing is been calling people up. Everyone that's gone to any one of our events, I've been working down a huge list, getting feedback from everyone, and thank you for everyone that has given us feedback. And for people that don't have their voicemails set up, I feel sorry for you because you get to talk to me. No, I'm kidding. But so we are calling. So if you get a call from a 224 number, it's just us calling to see how you're doing, letting you know what's going on, and giving you updates on, or getting any feedback that you guys had. So we already had very good constructive feedback for some of the people already. So we got that going on. The Battle Royale, so the Battle Royale will be at, I think, 3 of our events. We're going to have it at Red Dawn, Pandora, the New York game, and I think we'll bring it to GTI when we go to GTI. So if you guys, that's the whole point of what we're kind of doing to expand these events out, is to, you have some airsoft, you play some airsoft, you have a good time, then you get, let's just say you want to break, right? There's going to be other things for you to do, whether it go see the manufacturers, do a shooting competition, do these mini games, everything like that. You're going to have that opportunity then to have, do some other things outside of just the normal airsoft game. And that's where Red Dawn kind of kicks that off for our 2020 into 2021 for our event season. So any questions? We have new props being built right now, so we have more of a smart bomb prop being built. We have a large bomb prop being built. We have the ones that I built live. We have new switch boxes with some better counters we're working on right now, and some ideas there. And then we're working on this big satellite multi-story, build a prop kind of dish that we're working on as well. So if you guys have any suggestions at all that you saw at an event or saw at a promoter, or always thought would be a really, really cool thing to do for airsoft, for a prop or anything like that, or any kind of mission types or anything like that that you normally maybe not even brought up or mentioned or just kind of thought about, leave us a comment, send us a message on Facebook or on info, or just send a message to info@mirtactical.com. Sorry, Peter, I am the real Alex. The EPM ones, so that's another thing that people have been bringing up lately. I broke people's hearts, I guess. PTS mags, yeah. Lord Zed versus Lord Zordon. Lord Zed, that would be good. Thank you. One of the things, these EPM mags, we're just going to rock and roll with them. I know they're high caps. We do have ammo limitations on our rule sets, so that's going to not really matter too much. They're making shorties that are 170, but the EPM mags, for people waiting for them, we're getting literally only, I think, like 75 or 100 of them, something like that, and they're going to sell out right away. And the next time they become available is in April, I think. So We will be getting some. We're also getting those M-Tech helmets. So those M-Tech helmets are going to be really, really nice. We'll showcase those too on Tuesday next week of kind of how soft they are. They're kind of just the M-Tech's ballistic rating is not there, but they're still like everything that you'd ever want out of a helmet. That's one thing too that we're starting to carry quite a bit of is just headgear in general. We're going to have notch hats back in too, so if you want to wear your M frames, we have the notch hats as well. So always good to cover your dome, right, as they say. All right, let's see what else we got here. Chug the drink. Well, that's so. I didn't want to say that, but the whoa, bro, the chug jug is actually for my TikTok later, so I can't waste it. I only brought so much chug juice from Amazon. Not crunk juice, but chug juice. But we have that for later for my TikTok. So Joliet Prisons, Brett, is off limits this year because they're doing a bunch of construction. So I don't know if we're going to ever be back there. They're turning it into like an Alcatraz. And unfortunately for us, they moved quicker than I hoped for. I really, really hoped they would have stalled on that. But they're going to start digging and doing a bunch of restoration work this year. I think it's like $500,000. So unfortunately, we don't. That's more important than little old airsoft. So what we did for people that weekend that already took that weekend off, we moved our Sheboygan game up from September to April, so you still have a game to go to. All right. Glock drawing, Nate, we got one more week. We extended it one more week because I wanted to get the Glock that we were going to give away had a problem with it, so I wanted to make sure that we got a good one and actually can hand it to somebody. So we'll have that next week on the 14th. I want to make a you want to make Alana, you wouldn't be the first person. You know what we could do, as I'll post on this is for our Instagram followers. I won't do this on Facebook. We had a kid come in with his parents and looks like his sisters and his sister's friends. They used the lobby to create TikTok. So I actually have on our security footage them actually, while their brother was shopping, actually doing a TikTok in the hallway. So there you go. We have Oswaldo. We do have MIR sweatshirts as well. So we do have MIR sweatshirts. All right, let's see what else we got going on here. Yeah, so we do have MIR sweatshirts. They look like this, except they are sweatshirts instead of the black. They're only in black, so we have a full range of that. We also have these in pink and this color, this black with the yellow. So that's our rock and roll colors right there. All right, cool. We are getting our YouTube channel up, so all our events will have a recap. So we're asking for people's, some of their footage and stuff like that, and we'll give you credit in the bottom, just to create communal events, like recaps. And they're going to be sponsored by our manufacturers that are coming out to our events. Pardon me, because I don't know why I picked up Saba. I just wanted to pick up Saba. What else is there? So we are going to be on TikTok, so you got to watch for us on TikTok. Not Tinder, not Grindr, but TikTok will be on there. I think today. That's when I get my chug juice. Today. All right. Any other questions right now about any rules or anything like that? I think our next Thursday, what I'll go over is kind of the communication structure that we're working on. As a topic, kind of how we're handling communication, what we're using for communication, how you can prep yourself for communication. For the people that are in the store or want to talk about the store again, those are on Tuesday afternoons. We have Tuesday afternoons we have the product reviews. Thursdays are for our events. So next week we'll go over our products on Tuesday, and then we'll go over communications and kind of changes that we're making to our general structure on that. Coming up. So any comments? I'm always looking for new ideas for mission types that we can do that we haven't done at our events, or any props that you guys have thought about or saw before. But we are working heavily this year to kind of enhance our prop fleet for you guys for more interaction on the fields. So Battle Royale. Battle Royale real quick. We're going to do those we're not going to do, we might do one standalone one. What we're going to do from now on, just to kind of relaunch it. So we got the videos coming out. We have actually 3 or 4 videos. We have to wait for the final one to get fully edited out, like the start to finish from that. I know it's taken a little bit of time, but what we're going to do then is at like Red Dawn, at Pandora, New York, and GTI, so there'll be 4. We're going to do those as side mini games, and we're going to use only M4s. So like our Battle Royale that you're going to see the video of that we did at Joliet Prison, that had like all different like pistols, rifles, I mean just like a smattering of everything. When we do these at our events, think of it, we're going to use like Reynolds, but same concept, just the same gun. So it's just going to be guns being thrown around there, and not, you know, a G36 and an UMP or anything like that. We're going to simplify it. We are working on one standalone event where we can go back to what we did at Joliet, to not at Joliet unfortunately, but at a different field, to where we have the manufacturers give us a smattering of different types of guns, and being able to do like for the visual impact if you've been using, you know, multiple guns, or like you have a battle machine and then an Avalon, so the Avalon's going to shoot better than the battle machine, or you have something up close and you want to use a pistol. So we'll be working on that Battle Royale at some point. So well, the Battle Royale, unfortunately, is that on our editor has been a bane of his existence, because we had 46 cameras, I think, on the Battle Royale, because we had 36 on the head, we had 2 drones, we had, I don't know, there's a ton of cameras. We have 40 run cam. If anybody knows what a run cam is, we have 40 run cams in our arsenal right now that we put on here, and then we have battery packs running to the run cams. So we document these things real well. So luckily, if you actually watch the trailers for the Battle Royale, they were able to splice the footage from 2 people shooting each other and someone running, and the corresponding drone footage on top of it. It's nauseating how good that person is, but yeah, so that's one of the things that we're going to kind of be doing in that visual impact. And we're going to do TikToks. We can do TikToks together. Not dance TikToks, maybe cheater video TikToks. Everyone likes a good cheater video, right? Or a good kid getting shot in the head and then punched with their gun and got shooting full auto. Everyone seems to love those. Everyone loves the cringe, including Peter Kohler. Everyone loves Peter Kohler, aka cringe. Speedsoft, we're still that one. We're building up Kankakee. We had a little setback of funds being allocated. I know the 501c was been, you know, they had to put the sprinkler system in and the alarm system in, so that took up quite a chunk of money. So we'll build up Kankakee. The good thing is there was a haunted house that went out of business that just gave them a bunch of stuff to build with, you know, walls and just everything. So we think that's going to be, for the people that are going to Kankakee, for even the open plays or the main game that we have, there's going to be a lot more cover on the first 3 floors. We use Kankakee. We don't use the basement. The basement's kind of gross. You know, there's water always down there. We use the 1st floor, 2nd floor, 3rd floor, and 4th floor when we do airsoft there. So we're going to be adding more to the 3rd and 4th floor, which are kind of more open. So you'll see some updates there. You're going to do dance TikToks. There's no dancing in baseball. You know, there's no crying in baseball. There's no dancing in airsoft. There's only dancing in Fortnite after you drink your chug jug. You know what I mean? This might be Windex. You know what I mean? I might be the kazoo kid. Who knows? All right. So I think that covers us here for most of what we're going to talk about today. Next week, again, we'll talk through the communication updates that we're going to have. We're going to go also through on Saturday just to kind of recap of the week. So Saturdays, we have 3 live streams that we do. Tuesday will be product and topic focused, and we'll post those ahead of time. Thursday will be events and event topics. And then Saturday mornings will either be live streams from the events, or they will be just week recaps at the store, and you'll see those recaps will only be on Facebook and Instagram. They won't be, unfortunately, on YouTube, Twitch, Mixer, Periscope. So if you can, guys, we're going to be doing, we are opening up other social media channels. So we are on Facebook, we are on Mixer, we are on Twitch, YouTube, and Periscope. Periscope is on Twitter. So we're live there every week, Tuesday, Thursday. And thank you guys for always joining us. Got a really cool season coming up here. Got a lot of cool plans for the region. It's going to be a great time. Here to provide you, again, affordable events so you can take your friends, take your kids, and get out to multiple events per year. So Instagram gets the last laugh because they are over there and I can't see any of their comments, so I get to say hi to them. So we'll see you on our Instagram Live. But thank you guys for joining us today, and we'll see you next week on Tuesday.